Hello, my crafty friends. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Linda Edwards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm going to show you how to make this cute Valentine's Day card. Sending lots of love. It's very simple, very straightforward. You do have to be able to die cut, but the paper really does all the work. And of course, the gold accents are gorgeous. We're using the Hearts of Elegance stamps and the dies. Grouping of hearts there. Love the font on these. I really like the combination of the script and the printing. I don't know, just appeals to my heart there. So let's go ahead and get started. This paper is gorgeous. It is the Hearts of Elegance paper, right? And as you can see, it's got swirls and it's got gold and red and pink and just lots of beautiful colors. And then on the other side, some just fun, interesting graphic designs. Some flowers that coordinates with the flowers. There's flower dies in the stamp set. There you go. So really a fun, beautiful set of papers. Love the gold in that. So it is a specialty paper because of all the gold accents, but I think it's gorgeous. So if you've ordered the card kit, your pieces will come in your envelope. It's very straightforward. The card base is 11 by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold and burnish that. And then you'll have a piece of gold. This gold is 5 1/4 by 4. And then there's this piece is cut with the postage dies. With one of the postage dies. There you go. This one. I've already die cut that one. We are going to do some more die cutting with some of the other pieces. So let's start with some stamping. So really the only stamping is on the inside of the card base and on the sentiment, which will then get die cut. So I'm going to start. I like to stamp before I die cut it. That way if my stamping isn't perfectly level or even, I can adjust it with my die cutting. And I'm using the Melon Mambo ink. The colors in this paper are Cherry Cobbler, Melon Mambo, and there's also Bubble Bath, and there's some real red, and Petal Pink, and there's real red too. So depending on the background, this one's got, I thought the Melon Mambo went best with this. And then on the inside, let me set that one aside. Since I've got my ink open already, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the stamping, sending lots of love. Now, these are photopolymer, which means you need some kind of padding underneath your card to get the best image. This piece thing that I have here is actually like a giant mouse pad. And so it's padded already. But if you don't, you want to make sure that you have some kind of padding, either with the Stampin' Pierce mat, which we do have. This is the Stampin' Pierce mat. It's got a nice foam, but you can use a mouse pad if you still have one hanging around somewhere. Or you can use even a piece of like corrugated cardboard is something you can use. So I'm going to decorate the envelope flap, and I'm going to use this cute heart. I thought it was really pretty, and I think I might do it on the inside as well. So I think it could be a little bit wonky. Press and hold. I really want it to absorb into the envelope, so I kind of held it for a while. Let's go ahead and do it a little bit on the outside, but I'm gonna use a scrap here because I'm gonna do it a little bit off. So there's the Melon Mambo. Tap, tap, tap. You don't want to press too hard with this because you want to make sure that it doesn't go in all those grooves, so that that white, where there's no color shows through. So I don't know if you noticed, but I'm just tapping really lightly. And then I'm checking to make sure that I got a good bit of ink all the way around. That's a really good idea to double check your stamps. And then, especially if you do this one before the other, make sure you clean it off before you stamp the second one, because as you can see, some of the ink is thicker right there because it was off the side. All right, just a few little stamping tips for you. Let's get this out of the way because it's messy. Yeah, see, there you go. I got a little bit on my hand, so I'm just cleaning that off. All right, and the rest is pretty straightforward. We will do some die cutting. So let's do this one first. I am going to, I want to center that. There. So I could use a little piece of tape just to make sure that it's centered. There we go. And when I run it through, I don't want it to be parallel with the end here. I want it to be a little bit offset. It just runs through it a lot easier. It's easier on your machine, so you don't get the big bump. All right, and then we're going to die cut the hearts. And one of the things that you need to do when you're die cutting with foil paper is you want to make sure that you've got, well, so there's a couple things. One is you want to make sure you've got a nice, clean, new plate, because all of the images are going to come through on it if you don't. And I'm looking for my new plate because I pulled it out. Here it is. So I keep one separate just for this purpose. It doesn't have a lot of die cutting on it. The other thing we're doing is we're going to try and be frugal with our hearts, with our gold paper. So I'm going to cut this out of the middle of our paper. If you remember, the paper is going to be hidden. The gold is going to be hidden by our designer series paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in and run that through. Just one time. And then set this piece aside for future die cutting of foil. I should really put on there foil only, you know, so that I remember that that piece is for foil only. And obviously if once that wears out, then I'll just go ahead and get another one and do the same thing. Okay, so this is not staying. I think it's because I'm doing it on the soft surface. Here, I'll do it on my, yep, there you go. Did it on my table and it worked better. All right, so this is gonna go on there, and then this is gonna go on top of it. See, you won't even know that that was done. So first things first, let's go ahead and attach. Whoa, nope. Yes, I am. I had to think about it. I know I've got ribbon going on. Is my ribbon going? Where's my ribbon going? So go ahead and you can see that I want to make sure that I got it kind of all the way around so that none of it kind of popped up in the middle here. All right. And then my next layer, and my twine is going to go around the whole layer, go all the way around. There we go. You know, I'm going to keep this down low because the top is going to be covered by, because I want to show some of that gold. And since the top half is going to be covered by my hearts, there's no gold there anyway, so you'll see more of the gold down here. All right, so that's basically going to be it. Make sure I get this up there. There, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut, we're going to do some partial die cutting because this, I want it to be smaller, narrower. So let's bring that machine back. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to make sure that it fits. See how it locks in place there? And I'm going to run it through. And then I'm going to turn it around and run it through the next one. So what I should have done was, maybe I should have cut it first. Then I would be able to center it. But then you wouldn't have seen how to be able to do this. So I'm going to turn it around again. I'm going to run it through, make sure it's lined up. Here we go. It's lined up. And through so that I can use get a smaller piece. So if you don't have the exact right size of die, that's how you can make a custom size for yourself. All right, there we go. All right, that's better. Yes. All right, so now this is going to go up on dimensionals, but let's go ahead and put this down first. Sometimes with the liquid glue, it shows through from on the front of the foil. So I'm going to use my tape runner for that. So this is going to go kind of on an angle like that. This is going to go on dimensionals. And it doesn't really show through, even though you can see that there is some paper piercing that on this heart, which gives it some wonderful texture, but it doesn't really show through. So you don't have to worry about if you decide to use, you won't see the white through. All right, so that's gonna go like that. So I'll put that on dimensionals, but I'm not gonna attach it yet. I am gonna use the dimensionals on either side so that my twine will run behind it. All right, so now, twine. I'm gonna run it all the way around. And because the way this card is cut, I didn't have to put the twine underneath, and I wanted it to run multiple times because it's pretty thin. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it around 1, 2, 3 times. And now I will get out. I should have done it the other way. This will be fine. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use my reverse tweezers. It's a nice way to hold if you have an extra set of hands. There you go. So just go ahead and tie a bow. This twine is so thin though. It's a little tricky. I think if you've had any issues with your fingers, like with your sensitivity in your fingers, it might be a little tricky for you to use because it's really thin, but it's beautiful and I love the way it lays so nicely. But it is a little, okay. Let's see, I'm gonna lay this here and decide if I wanna make that bigger or not. No, I don't think so. I think that's perfect. But you can see that I could move it over if I needed to since it's all the way around. Oh. Okay. I am gonna put a little glue dot behind there just to hold it in place. Maybe I should wait and do that after I put this in so I know it's in exactly the spot that I want it. There we go. All right. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you like what you see. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. It helps other people find me. Follow if you want to see more. You can follow me. You'll be notified whenever I upload a video. I am going to add some cute little dimension or embellishments to this. So stick around to the end. But I'm happy where that is. So I'm going to do that. Let me stick my little glue dot underneath here. Maybe doing it afterwards wasn't such a good idea. No, it's fine. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Yeah, there we go. Put it right there. There we go. Okay. And then the hearts, the little gold hearts are AWOL. Be right back. So many classes going on right now that it's hard for me to keep track of everything. All right, here we go. cute. They come in 3 sizes, which I think is really cute. Small, can you see that? Maybe I should do this. See the small, medium. This is a big one. There's a medium. I think they're really cute. And they're flat. So this is a great card to send through the mail because everything is really flat. And I feel like I only need, you gotta have 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get one of these medium guys over there somewhere. Where are we gonna put him? How about right there? Okay, there we go. There's your card. Thanks for staying till the end. Appreciate you joining me today. If you like what you see, give me a little thumbs up. And I'll be back with more to share with you. Take care. Bye for now.